shit I'm develop a little bit.
Yeah, tell your niggas never thought me, niggas so please don't never love me, yeah. Keep no real, tell your niggas no play until we win it, yeah. Tell you the peace, I'm the one and niggas I hate for real, yeah. Come to the king of the game, nigga the king of the game. Ooh, that's a counter-attack, nigga. Ooh, that's a counter-attack, nigga. Ooh, that's a counter-attack, nigga. Counter-attack, counter-attack.
What's up guys, and welcome back to Force Institute. I hope you have already heard the intro, and that's exactly what I will be breaking down right now. Okay guys, I hope you heard of Lil Baby, YFN Lucci, and today that's the kind of a vocal that I will going for. That's why most of you want to hear what I'm saying, because I'm kind of mumbling. I'm not the rapper, that's why I'm mumbling, so I'm sorry for that, but the way you should master your vocal is still the same way. For this one, I just decided to record just a one take vocal here. That's all. Shout out to Young Finessa for the beat. Got this beat from Young Finessa. Is a free little dark times Lil Baby type beat. But I feel like for me personally, when I was recording on the song, I feel like it was more of like YFN Lucci and Lil Baby type of a vibe. So let's just go deep down in how I actually made the vocals. So I'll be playing back and forth. I hope you heard also in the intro the mastered version and not and the raw version and the mastered version. So I'll get a breakdown. So before I do everything, I'll just take this thing, then I'll reset it. That means it will go straight to the top, and I'll just make sure everything from my side chain is on 0. Then I'll just start with my EQ. So I start with an harmonic EQ. Obviously you could use also your panoramic EQ. There's no much difference between those two EQs. The one thing that I did, I wanted to have a little bit of highs, so I have to put them a little bit. Then I have to drop a little bit of my from my low end and boost a little bit of my highs. So I'll be playing like this so that you can hear the difference, what this plugin actually does, and what how it sounds like with this plugin and what sound like without this plugin. So the plugin is on, I'll play it.
Tell your niggas never love me, niggas please never love me, yeah.
Okay, let me put it off.
Tell your niggas never love me, niggas please never love me.
So I'm pretty sure from the beat, from this, you can already hear a little bit of frequencies which have been gained, which are boosted. So that's what an EQ does. You're trying to eliminate some of our frequencies, but at the same time we try to just to boost a little bit of our frequencies. So we call this kind of a frequency an additive EQ, because we are adding more, we are not subtracting, we are just adding more frequencies. We are boosting the vocal to have a little bit of high end, high frequencies on the high end. So after that, I decided to put a little bit of a compressor. So I know there are so many different ways to produce, but for me, I decided to go with an EQ. Then I go with a compressor. So why did I go with an EQ? Because I wanted to boost my vocals just to sound good the way I want them to sound like. Then I can come and compress the vocals before I even auto-tune the vocals, because I wanted them to be a little bit squashed before anything. So I'm gonna explain my my compressor. So my compressor is at a threshold on negative to 25.00. My ratio is on 3.00.1. my attack is on 10, on 50, on my punch is on 80. Then my outgain is on negative 5.5. So don't get surprised. The most important thing that you need to focus on is your attack, your release, and your ratio, and your threshold. Obviously, your threshold just determines what are you compressing. Everything which is above this blue line, that's exactly what I will be compressing. So, and this is my setting for my my compression. So, if you guys want me to explain more about the compressor, you'll let me know. But to make it very simple, anything above this line, that's exactly what I'll be compressing. That's the same like that. Then my attack and my release time, they are very relative, which means they are very close to another, because I want them to be very squashed. I want them to come together. I want my vocal to come close to one another. Then I had to just do a little bit. This is a depth compressor, by the way. You can also achieve the same thing using a fruity compressor. I'm pretty sure even the way it looks, it's the same, excluding just those bars you can see. Okay, let's move to my auto-tune. So this is the most important part. A lot of people like usually mess it up. So for the auto tune, since I have like a male voice, I can't sing, I don't have that Ed Sheeran kind of a voice, so I was using like a low male. Like the beat was made on E minor, so obviously I use it like an E minor. Then I go for a classic. I can also use the modern, but I just decided for this kind of a vocal, let me go for the classic because the classic sounds more good to me. Then the recording speed is on 0, then and the harmonizer is on 100%, because although like auto-tune is there, I didn't want like an to be obviously like okay, this guy is using auto-tune. Yes, auto-tune is there, we can hear auto-tune, but I didn't want it like someone from a distance, okay, this guy is using auto-tune. I didn't want that, so I'll just play again before I can more further, so you can see like how it sounds with those 3 things. Okay, let me just play this part. Okay, so you can hear with the plugins. Let me just turn it off everything. I hope you guys can already hear the vocal, how it sounds like with an auto-tune and a compressor. But I feel like there's only one thing missing. I feel like I'm missing a saturator. I need to have a little bit of a saturator. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use another compressor from Vexigo, and this compressor is simply there to play like a saturation. So a lot of people will usually go for a Saturn, but today we're just using like a Vexigo compressor to actually boost or to make a saturator, because we feel like we actually need to saturate those vocals. So those are our settings, and you can even save your preset. This preset is named TLR Saturator. You can even name like your plugin. So this will just make your vocals to sound a little bit loud. Let me play. So that's how it sounds. Like it's saturated, it's sounding very loud. Then all you have to do, just push it down. Just push it, drop the volume down. So guys, that's how it sounds with the saturator. You just put a saturator there using this compressor, then you just drop the volume down. After dropping the volume down, if you hear like there's so much frequencies, you can just try to work around like around the compressor until you feel like it's sounding good. So for me personally, this is how it was sounding great to me. So after this, what do we do? I feel like I have been boosting so much. With my first EQ, I boosted the highs. My saturator also does the same thing. It also boosted my highs and my mid-range. So what I have to do right now is simply just to put a little bit of a deesser just to minimize those S sounds. This is exactly what my last compressor does, is a deesser there just to minimize the S sounds and the T sound. So that's exactly what my my compressor does here. I'm just minimizing all those S sounds. It's simply like just coming to this, you don't even have to set it so much. You can just go straight to deesser, then that's all. Then you can just try to work around it there and there, then you will see. Okay, then and also another thing you need to notice here, we also use like a deesser, then we have to tune it a little bit like that. Just put a deesser, because after like boosting it hard, this way, you have to put a compressor, because like your highs will obviously have like over your S sound will be sounding very loud. So you gotta put a little bit of dehacer there. Then obviously after saturating, you're gonna also put a little bit of a dehacer again. Then on your last dehacer, you can just tweak it because you want it again to squash it. Then the last thing you have to do is like your parallel compressors. So on my parallel side, on my first send, I had those 3 things. That's my first EQ, that's my another EQ. So those EQ, you don't have to look so much on them. You can see here we just kill a lot of those S sound. We didn't want those this mid-range to appear so much, so that's why we decided to drop it there. You can also use it, you can also like do this so different ways like this, so that you can narrow it so that that specific small side can be there. But I feel okay, let me just throw it like a little bit bigger this time. You can also have a little bit boosting like a little bit of your highs. Then we also had like a tape here, a tape bus from those bus. Then we just activate it, then we just put it around this area. Then we can also activate our reverb, put it a little bit, activate your delay and put it around 1%, and that's all. This is how, guys, you make like a Lil Baby and YF and Lucci. This is how you produce a trap song like inspired by Lil Baby and YF and Lucci. If you guys have any question, please let me know on the comment section so that I can explain more. See you on the next one. Let me just hear it for the last time, and you guys. So you can see like my FL Studio is starting to do that kicking thing, have that glitch thing. But this is how you produce like a trap song inspired by Lil Baby and YF Lucci. So what I will do right now, I'll just let it play for the last time towards the end. Then bye, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.
Till I'm the full of a little bit, yeah. Tell your niggas never thought me, niggas are please and never love me, yeah. Keep no real, tell your niggas no play until we win it, yeah. Fed the peace, I'm the one, and niggas I hate for real, yeah. Come to the king of the game, nigga the king of the game, ooh, that's a counter tell, nigga.